Now, I'm just curious. Are you interested in building more loving relationships in your life? How about improving your financial blueprint and becoming financially free? How about kicking the J-O-B to the curb? Would you like to do that? I would. Improving the environment for future generations. Our children are in question here. They're saying, what are we doing? Why are we doing the things we're doing to the environment? How about changing your diet and becoming more physically fit? I should be working on that one. Yes, I know. But you know something? Whatever your dreams or goals are, I want to welcome you to this edition of Living the Lifestyle You Deserve. It's dedicated to personal wellness and the human condition. My name is Robert Keller, and I will be your host for the next half hour. Welcome to the show. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Thanks for showing up. As a matter of fact, it's not just with me today. I have a very special guest today with me. You're going to get very excited. She's wonderful. Her name is Lynn Himmelman. I've known Lynn for quite a while. We've done a lot of things together in wellness. Let me introduce her formally and say that Lynn Himmelman has a B.Sc and Bachelor of Music and is the founder of her own company, Life Enhancement Essentials. She is a forgiveness and laughter coach and a kirtan singer and musician. During the past 18 years, thousands of clients have entrusted Lynn with the privilege of accelerating their healing and transformation through the powerful synergy of forgiveness and laughter. Lynn has invested more than 30 years into self-exploration and formal study of modalities which promote a healthy body, mind, and spirit. I'm very privileged to say that Lynn Himmelman is part of our Living the Lifestyle You Deserve special professional team. Today, Lynn will introduce us to two different factors here. We're going to talk first, in the first half, about something called New Decision Therapy, NDT. I don't know what that is, but I'm excited to find out what it is because I think it's going to make a lot of difference in my life. And in the second half of the show, she's going to present the benefits of laughter yoga. Now, when she mentioned that to me, I said, are we going to start laughing from the beginning of the show? Because once you get to know Lynn, everyone laughs. But she said, we may be laughing all the way through. So I'm going to leave it to Lynn. Welcome to the show, Lynn. Great to have you here. Okay, see, it already starts. I get it.
Thanks, Robert. Okay. It's great to be here.
Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, so New Decision Therapy, NDT, getting right into the meat of this thing. Tell me, what's that about?
Well, it's actually something that I stumbled upon many years ago when I was still in the rut of life, or the ruts of life, just kind of crawling along the bottom.
Okay, now wait a second. Can you relate? Can you relate out to that? Can people relate to that? I think I heard yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd actually done a lot of self-exploration and looked into many, many different ways of getting my life on track, and I hit a wall, and I kind of gave up hope, and then boom, like magic, New Decision Therapy appeared, and it changed my life in a matter of weeks. That really caught my attention, and through a series of events, I ended up becoming a practitioner of this, and I now use it to help people get their lives on track just like it helped me.
Now, can I interrupt you? You don't mind if I interrupt you a little bit?
Because sure, go ahead.
I just heard something. You said in a matter of weeks.
That's
you didn't say a matter of months or years. So is it different for different people? I mean, yours was a matter of weeks. Could people who do what this is, you're talking, the NDT, could it be longer than a few weeks?
To start to see significant changes generally takes just a few weeks.
Wow, that's magnificent. Great.
Yeah.
Do go on. Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Well, what I didn't realize at the time that was getting in my way is that there were some unseen obstacles in my path. Things that were related to events that I'd gone through in my past that I wasn't really thinking about anymore. I wasn't really talking about them in any significant way, even when I was seeking some guidance and help in my struggles. These particular things weren't coming up because they were from way long ago, right? So it didn't seem like that was the right thing to talk about. It was more getting into the nitty-gritty of what was challenging me at in current time, right? And so this, the beauty of this process is that it helped me, and it helps everybody who decides to take this on as part of their personal growth track, to uncover and bring to the surface unconscious experiences, grievances, things that we don't even realize that we've been hanging on to. And you know, I was just thinking this morning, this was a new thought for me, that this whole process, which I did not develop, by the way, it was developed by a woman named Dr. Candace Blakely from the US. And she started developing the process in the 1980s when, you know, the whole thing around computers was still a relatively young happening. You know, it was a big deal to have a computer back then. In fact, I don't think I had my first computer till the year 2000.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. We all get it. It's all
I
right.
learned how to use other people's computers initially, but
other people's stuff. Good.
yeah, but the thought or the realization I had is that this modality and other ones similar to, but not exactly the same at all, were all starting to be birthed around that same time as the popularity of computers. And our bodies actually, like computers, hold data, store memory of experiences from the past. And sometimes these files can get buried very deeply in the core.
Wow.
Right? And just like with your computer, you know, if you don't get a computer technician in every once in a while to get down into the bowels of the computer and figure out what might be slowing things down on the present day screen, we have the same sort of thing going on. If we have old experiences, we don't see them. It's just like you don't see those deeply buried files in your computer. In fact, a lot of times you don't even know how to find them, and you need an expert or someone who's really good with computers to figure out how to bring that stuff out and delete it.
Wow.
So that
so it's a release. So that's what you're saying. It's a release?
Yeah, totally. But it's actually a technology. It's not airy-fairy at all. It's very scientific.
And you are an expert at this NDT, and you've been practicing. How long have you been practicing now?
18 years.
18 years, not something.
Yeah.
Eh? And this is why we say 18 years and literally hundreds and hundreds of different patients. I guess you call them patients or students. I guess same thing.
Clients.
Clients, exactly. So people can find out more about this by visiting your site, can't they?
Oh yeah.
So you're accessible,
sure.
Aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very accessible. Yeah.
Now let me ask you: do you practice this NDT on yourself, ongoing? Do you do this now yourself?
This whole technology, it's a system that one follows, and initially you do need an expert in the process to help you and get down to those areas that you don't know how to reach. And then in the longer term, it does become a process that you can repeat on your own.
Okay.
Yeah. After all the clutter has been cleared up, then it's easier for you to practice it on yourself, because just the process of resolving things from the past and finding a way to let them go permanently opens things up so that you're able to relate to people in front of you, to your experiences and so on, from present time.
Wow. So it is sort of like is it like a form of it's transformation, but it's really releasing all this baggage. Now, one of the things that I'm sure would be, I'm going to be the guy in the crowd listening to and watching the show, and I'm going to be asking the question that says, when I start releasing some of this stuff it could be downright scary. I mean, I could be very fearful. I could be getting into some trauma. I mean, I don't want to dramatize this thing, but I'm sure that over the numbers of years, you've experienced a lot of different kinds of release. Is this something that's, I don't want to use the word, but I will. Is it user-friendly? I mean, is it going to be okay? You're going to be the guide? Is it something?
It's very user-friendly, and it would have to be for me to be doing it, for me to be practicing it all these years. And I would say that the gift that I got out of it when I went through it, and that all the people who've gone through it since have gotten, is that it gives you an opportunity to get out of your own way. One of the things that new decision therapy does is it helps you open up energy pathways in the system so that you're not slipping into what I call a default stress kickback blocking, right? When we're under stress, there's this tendency to go into like a knee-jerk response where we unconsciously put a block up, even though we may consciously be saying, I want to be helped. I really want my life to succeed. I really want my life to just soar and have financial success and wonderful relationships and all this. But all we need is just a little bit of undue stress, and then that default will kick in, just like the knee-jerk response when your doctor hits the knee and you can't keep your knee from flying out.
Wow.
Right? We can't prevent that. But in new decision therapy, there's this wonderful, very quick and easy process that takes less than 2 minutes where you can actually override that. You can actually open up the pathways and remove that block.
I really like what you're talking about. That resonates with me. I'm probably going to come and see you about that. One of the things I wanted to ask you, though, we're coming up to the break shortly, and I wanted to ask you this. Do you feel like you're living the lifestyle you deserve? Or are you getting close to this with all these things? I mean, even though you're practicing this, you know, we're all humans. We're all carrying something with us wherever we go, okay? Are you there yet? Are you there?
You know, it's a journey, and what I often say to my clients and potential clients is that when you enlist in really fully resolving things from the past and getting down under and finding out what are those things that you can't access on your own, it so clears the slate that everything just keeps getting better and better and better and better. And I say 18 years later, really? It just keeps getting, it moves to a new level of better that I didn't know I could experience.
Look, this is very cool, and I thank you so much. That's a great first half. New decision therapy NDT, living the lifestyle you deserve. Folks, thanks for showing up. When we come back, we're going to talk about the benefits of laughter yoga. All right, welcome back to the show, Living the Lifestyle You Deserve. My name is Robert Keller, and I'm the host of the show. And today, we are interviewing an amazing talent. Well, I can say more than talent. She's also a very good friend of mine. Is Lynn Himmelman, founder of Life Enhancement Essentials, and she is a laughter coach, laughter and forgiveness coach, by the way, and a kirtan singer musician. And her topic is going to be the benefits of laughter yoga. And she just told me that she has won an amazing new award. So I'm going to go open this up to Lynn, because we're going to go start talking about the benefits of laughter yoga. And you told me that you're the laughter champion of Toronto.
I did win that title.
How did you win this? What was that? How did you do this?
Well, you know, there's this wonderful person who I'm connected to. His name's Albert Narenberg, and he's actually also a laughing expert. He calls himself a laughologist. He's a filmmaker, and he started this whole concept of laughter championship. And so a bunch of us, we all get up and we do all these different laughter categories.
Wow.
And the audience votes, and by audience vote, you can end up winning a title.
So you got to be the what is it, laughing the longest, the deepest, the loudest?
Oh, you have to go to a championship to fully appreciate. There's a lot of stuff going on over a period of like an hour and a half.
Wow.
And lots of laughing. You got to be in shape.
You've got a lot of posts on laughter yoga on your site. So if folks take down this information about you, they're going to get that information. So let's get into this thing about the benefits of laughter yoga, because I've heard a lot about yoga, meditation, spirituality, but laughter yoga, now that's a little different. I mean, enlighten me. What's going on? How does this happen? How does this happen? Okay.
Well, you know, a lot of people in the beginning, they kind of misunderstand that concept of laughter yoga. They hear that word yoga and expect that when you walk into a laughter yoga class that everybody's going to have their yoga mat spread out and they're going to be doing postures and laughing while they're doing it. But that's not laughter yoga. The yoga is the laughing. Okay, because yoga is not just about postures. Yoga also includes the practice of breathing exercise called pranayams, and laughter actually happens to be one of the most effective pranayams for renewing and regenerating the system, pushing out old stale air and bringing in new oxygen, clearing the mind so that you can be more present. And they've also actually done studies that show that the brainwave activity shifts just the same way as if you were sitting in quiet meditation if you choose to laugh in the way that we do with laughter yoga.
Wow.
Which is, we don't wait for things to be funny. We just let the spirit of laughter arise from the inside, just like a painter starting with an empty slate or an empty canvas. We start from that kind of void of nothing, of no sound, and we just call it up and start to laugh.
Okay, you got me there. Now we're both laughing. Have you ever run into somebody who doesn't know how to laugh? I mean, that's a strange question, but they don't know how to laugh. They're either serious or I don't know how you coined the thing, but have you run into something like that?
All the time.
Do you?
Yeah, I was one of those people.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got into this.
And then you ran into this. This is I guess this is therapeutic, isn't it?
Very.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody knows and has experienced at one point in time or another, hopefully more than once, how good it feels to have a good laugh.
Wow.
Yeah, like to just really break out and laugh. What's really special about laughter yoga is that by not just leaving laughter up to those moments when things are funny, we develop this skill and this facility to use laughter as a tool to let go of stress and to move ourselves into a state of upliftment even when we're not feeling like we're there. It can shift the gears very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of exciting because it's not, I've looked at the different modalities, and one of the businesses that I have has got 51 different modalities, and to be honest with you, laughter yoga is not there. So it's one of these things that's almost, to me, it feels almost like a specialty, Like you look at the NDT in itself is a specialty, but this, since the time I've known you, this benefit of laughter yoga, I've seen different postings on Facebook and on your own site, and the circles of people that are doing the laughter yoga. You know, people, is it for people of all ages? You know,
all ages.
All ages?
Most definitely.
Okay.
All ages, all walks in life, and just, you know, it's another easy way to release and let go. It's very safe. However, if you just want to take laughter out of the box and really find out how to effectively use laughter as medicine, okay, because we all know that expression, laughter is the best medicine.
Yes, yes.
But we don't really know clearly what we need to be doing to use laughter as medicine. So scientifically, it's been shown that if you want to affect really significant changes in your health, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, you need to develop the skill of laughing 10 minutes nonstop, 10 to 15 minutes.
Nonstop?
Nonstop.
That's a lot of energy.
That's, yeah,
wow.
yeah, it's laughter as exercise.
Wow.
But it exercises so many parts of you. First of all, it exorcises these incessant thoughts in your head, so the mind clears. So for instance, last night I had a class where somebody new came in, and what she reported was, wow, I just feel so calm and relaxed. Even my 2 weeks away on vacation didn't do this for me.
Remarkable.
She said, I couldn't get my mind to shut down during the whole vacation, but here I've just come and laughed for 1 hour and I feel so calm.
Isn't that something? And you know, as you're talking about that, I mean, the purpose of the show here and why we're here is to give people knowledge about ways and means they can start living the lifestyle that they deserve. Of course, they've got to start learning that they deserve it in the first place, but presuming that's the case, this would be a great component for helping people get over that bridge, right? Whatever that bridge is.
Yeah. Totally. Because here's the thing, you know, there's all kinds of stuff out there about the law of attraction and, you know, writing out what you want and doing your vision board and all of that sort of thing. But if your feeling center isn't matched with that wonderful lifestyle that you're calling in, even if by some miracle it starts to show up, you might not be able to stay on board with it. You might have unseen obstacles that will get in the way. Learning how to laugh every single day, no matter what, it keeps you in a state of upliftment and expansion so that you're in full receptivity to the gifts of life that are knocking on your door.
I think maybe they should give this laugh. You should hold a course for the politicians of the world, okay? For those people controlling the environment in the world. Yeah. So the benefits of laughter yoga are obviously outstanding, and you said that people would laugh for 20 minutes at a time. So
not all at not all at once, not right away. We build up toward it because it's laughter is exercise, and like any form of exercise, you need to develop stamina.
Okay. So if you were going to have me start doing things like laughter yoga, where would you start with me, for example, just to give people an idea what to expect?
Well, here's.
Or maybe you wouldn't start with me at all.
Well, I'll start. We'll start right now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So here was one of the problems that I faced. I took myself way too seriously.
Oh.
And a lot of us do. You know, we're working so hard to get other people to take us seriously.
Yes.
Right, to get us to understand, and so much energy gets put out trying to get other people to get us. That is such a waste of energy.
Yes.
Yeah. And so the way to let go of all of that is stop taking yourself seriously and have a good laugh at yourself. So Robert, just point to yourself.
Okay, pointing at myself.
Yeah, we're just going to make eye contact, and we're just going to laugh at ourselves and every mistake we've made. Every time we felt like we didn't do it right, say it right, we're just going to have a good laugh. That was me. Yeah, that was me.
We're going to drive
That
these
was me
people
when I
crazy.
started the new project, and I thought it was going to be my road to financial freedom, and it wasn't.
Wow, wow! That's very interesting. So you can be honest with yourself,
Totally.
and you don't care what anybody else is doing in the room or out in the park or anything, you know.
Well, you know, we do it together in a group, so it's safe because we're all doing the same thing together, right?
That's great. Wow.
I mean, there are social stigmas. If you just started walking down the street going, ah, it would look a little odd.
But you know, in today's environment, you know, one of the people that I interviewed a little while ago, we were talking about the fact that, you know, we were all taught to be not to be selfish, to be aware of the social norms, to be concerned about what everybody else thought we should do, as opposed to what we wanted to do. They were sort of superimposing their will because society says do this. There's the template, fit into it, okay? Same thing with business, fit into the way the culture is. And really with this laughter yoga, this is one of the most outstanding ways of staying outside of the box. I mean, you and I have talked before.
Yeah.
There is no box, is there?
Not with laughter yoga.
Never,
No,
okay?
No.
We better stop because we'll keep going on this. So you start by just, it seems to be fairly simple to get involved with this, okay? And there's not an awful lot of things that you have to qualify to be part
No
of that.
props. No props
None,
needed.
none.
You're the prop.
Okay.
You're the prop. All you need is, you know, lungs that can breathe.
Okay.
Right, and if they're not breathing, you're dead anyway. So,
Yeah,
and so this has been used for all ages, and it's really being embraced also in long-term care facilities.
Cool.
I've trained some program leaders to take it into the programs there,
Nice.
and yeah, it's just the greatest. Life feels fabulous when
Yeah.
you're getting into the habit of laughing every day.
And
you know,
yeah.
they also use this laughter yoga in Nepal,
Really?
right after all the earthquakes and
Oh my
everything.
gosh.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
something.
just for you know, when things are good. It's for any time, and it's especially helpful when you're dealing with really traumatic events and dealing with groups of
Wonderful.
people that are going through trauma. It can just smooth the
Lynn, I want to thank you. We're going to wrap up, Lynn Himmelman. Wonderful to have you here, talking about new decision therapy, benefits of laughter yoga. Folks, you can check Lynn out. You can go and talk to her if you wish to learn more about this. The posting's on the site. And I want to thank the audience, of course. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you coming and listening to Lynn today. She's fantastic. But without you, we wouldn't have a show in the first place. Only one small thing to wrap up. Lynn, are you living the lifestyle you deserve now?
I'm sure living much more of the lifestyle I deserve than what I was up to 20 years ago. And as I said earlier, it just keeps getting better.
Well, thanks for being here. And folks, thanks for joining me on Living a Lifestyle to Deserve. And we'll see you next time. Over and out.